Hey everyone, Chloe here, and welcome back to my channel. And if you are new here, welcome. So today's video is all about women who struggle with wanting to rescue their Dusty. And rescuing your Dusty or putting on a superwoman cape for your Dusty comes in many forms. Rescuing your Dusty can be your father or your brother or your high school or childhood sweetheart. And your Dusty can also be your baby daddy and your husband. And this video is very important because women, particularly black women, are conditioned to rescue low value men, often at the expense of themselves. And calling men low value may initially sound like an insult, but low value men are very much aware of their stature. Men know, ladies, and lurkers who are ear hustling, men are highly aware of when they have failed themselves. And men know when they themselves are on a path that leads to nowhere. And men are quite aware of when they are being enabled. Ladies, men are not dumb. And men are quite aware and are quite cognizant of when they aren't respected in society or in culture, and especially within their relationships. And Dusties are very skilled at hustling and selling excuses and sob stories and inspiring pity, and are very skilled at the art of using powerful victim narratives as a way to sink their hooks into a woman's kindness and the magic that is between her legs. And quite frankly, because dusty men are aware of their stature, they do not need to be reminded by women of how disappointing they are as men. Because dusty men are living and breathing being unsuccessful every day. And the reason why a woman cannot rescue a man is because men do not like to be told what to do by women. In reality, they actually hate it. And men do not like to be told what to do by women because men and their powerful egos, their orbiting egos, do not like to be nagged or treated like children. And women who tell men what to do are considered bossy and masculine. And when a woman is a bossy and masculine person, she's an unfeminine woman. And men do not respond well to unfemininity or unfeminine women. And when it comes to dusty men, because they lack a plan and they lack ambition and drive, they are always looking for a hiding place and a place to run away from being accountable and responsible. And usually that hiding place is on the internet, and the other hiding place is with a woman who has been conned or a woman who believes that it is her job to be a surrogate mother to her man. But as always, being a surrogate to a man backfires for both men and women because dusty men are hypocritical and that they simultaneously want a hiding place and they want access to your resources, but they also resent being controlled and they also resent not being in a position of true power or true leadership within the relationship. And on the woman's side of things, women are inclined to resent men when they are being used and exploited, right? And women who help men and pay bills and give men money and allow men to eat all the food in the fridge, or women who are okay with with their man being a couch surfing house husband, are women who are backleading. And men are never comfortable with backleading unless they are truly defeated and weak men. And backleading, for those of you who don't know, are women who financially carry or spot or fund the relationship while giving their boyfriends or their husbands the fake positioning of leadership. But the thing about backleading is that fake positioning is exactly what it is. It's fake. And the respect won't feel real. And the lack of respect on the woman's part will kill attraction. And the disrespect from others outside of the relationship will feel real and antagonistic. And your broke dusty will be clowned by others. And when women are backleading, a woman will either want all of the credit or she will be forced to engineer herself to be small and she will be forced to shrink herself to placate and to tap dance around the fragile male ego of a weak man. Now, the reason why a dusty does not want to be saved or rescued, ladies, by a woman is because most dusties, most dusties are sweet talking users and opportunists. And 99% of dusties are simply not capable of respecting and valuing women because they don't respect and value themselves. And respect is such a huge part of the equation of a man who truly understands himself and his purpose. And most dusty men simply do not value or respect themselves because they have chosen the lazy path of least resistance, which is exploiting women who don't know their worth. And exploitation is a path that only leads to a dead end. And a note to you, hardworking ladies out there with good jobs, there will always be men out there who are looking to get comfortable with what you provide. And there are many men who have no shame in making your success their come up. So if a man doesn't respect or value himself, how will he respect and value you? And something that also needs to be discussed that many women are not going to want to hear is that many women delude themselves into thinking that if they sacrifice themselves, that the person will see the sacrifice and see the love that is being demonstrated and that it will somehow magically transfer or inspire or inject into that dusty to want to change and or elevate himself. And unfortunately, many women learn that men cannot be rescued the hard way. They learn this the hard way. The facts are that when a person wants to truly change, they change for themselves, not for love, not by example, not by your sacrifice, but because what they are doing is no longer working for them. That is when people are inclined to change. And usually it takes a man to fail and to fail hard to hit rock bottom. And when men fail and when men lose, only then do they truly consider giving their lives a complete overhaul. Look at Gucci Mane, right? He sobered up and he got his life all the way together when he was facing serious prison time. So trust and believe when a person hits rock bottom, it's either sink or swim. So the belief that a man will change for the love that you pour into him is an absolute fairy tale. And a lot of women are driven to quote unquote rescue dusty men because of their own low self esteem and low self worth. And women often try to rescue dusties because they are replicating dysfunction and they are often repeating a pattern of what they saw their mothers and or the women in their families do. And that in turn becomes the generational curse that is usually mixed in with some codependency and the belief that love can conquer all. And as this channel continues to grow, I am very much aware of the women who resent what I do and the women who resent the truth and the women who come for my neck every day with hateful emails. And to that I say, many women are simply not ready for this channel, and that is okay. The truth is, many women are more willing to stick their heads in the sand about relationships, and many women simply do not respect the mechanics of hypergamy and femininity and will go against all odds to make struggle love work. So that's all I have to say on this for now. Your dusty does not want to be saved because your dusty doesn't respect himself. And your dusty does not want to be saved because the job of a dust bunny is to be a dusty's perfect little security blanket and his hiding place. And your dusty does not want to be saved because your dusty is a lost man. And your dusty does not want to be saved because he's enabled and coddled and lazy and stunted and immature. And he expects you to do all of the role reversal, masculine, heavy work, and heavy lifting because you lack the standards and you've already given him the green light to be a feminine man in your presence. So, as a starter solution, how does a woman begin to stop herself from being a codependent dust bunny? By turning off the faucet of her masculine Mr. Fix It energy and turning on the faucet of her femininity and subscribing to this channel. And trust and believe, your dusty will notice your feminine change overnight. And a woman also needs to ask herself, if the shoe were on the other foot, would your dusty come to your rescue? So stay tuned for more videos to come, and I will catch up with you guys in the next one.